Hey guys, welcome back. Today I am going to be reviewing CoulorPop eyeshadow. I have 3 CoulorPop eyeshadows. I am going to be reviewing them all. These are one of or a few of my favorite drugstore eyeshadow palettes. They are so super high in quality for the price range that you're getting it for. So guys, before we start, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe and join the family. And if you already have, turn on that notification bell and let's just get started. So the first one I am going to talk about is this Give It To Me Straight palette. This is one of the palettes that I've been using for the longest time now, non-stop, and it has become my like a everyday palette. The look that I have on today is done by completely just using this palette. This palette is so simple, neutral, yet very fancy. It has all the basic colors that you need is in here. It has 6 shimmers and 6 matte. Mattes are a little powdery and you need to dip into it more than once for it to not show up. They are very pigmented, but you know, you need to, it's one of those that you need to build it up, which I like because then you're not just putting your brush and putting it and then you have so much color that you have to then blend. I rather build it up than try to take it away. You know what I mean? Shimmers are so beautiful. They're so highly pigmented. They're so soft and buttery and they blend amazing. And it's just one swipe will give you, like, you don't need any setting spray, MAC Fix Plus or anything like that. Just itself, it'll show up really well, vibrant. But if you want to take it to the next level, you could use the Fix Plus. So they are so beautiful, these colors. I am wearing the color Truth Hurts, which is this color, all over my crease. As you could see, I'm going to put a demo in. I'm going into the pan multiple times and building that color up very beautifully. It's such a beautiful transition color for especially my skin tone. Even if you're lighter or darker, this will show up. Then I go into this dark brown chocolatey color, which is called Actually, and this is the one of the shade that is a little bit powdery. It has some fallout and it does go on a little patchy, but eventually when you build it up, it does work good. It shows up with that patch. It blends in. And then all over the lid, I'm using the color called Straight Up. And this is so beautiful. I use my finger first and then I use the brush to get into the corners. So that's it. Just these 3 colors is what I've been using. I've been using this non-stop, the same method. And what I do is I just switch up the shimmers. And sometimes I add in this matte burgundy, which is called TMI. And then add it with, you know, any other shimmer colors and just give that pop of color. I also use this matte white color, which is called Matter of Fact, and the shimmer cream color, which is called Upfront for my backbone. So these are such a beautiful color. I'm going to show you these. Look at that. Just one swipe. When you touch them, they're so soft and buttery. They blend like a dream. And there are some fallout, but nothing so that it bothers me that I will stop using it. I've been using this so much. As you could see, I have dent on some of the colors. I absolutely love it. If I have a recommendation out of all these palettes, I would say go for Give It To Me Straight palette, and I love it. You will see some of these palettes have similar colors. You don't need all of them necessarily, but at the price point, they're like $16 each. I would say if you like bright, warm colors, that's what these palettes are. Go for it. But there are some similar colors though. So the next one I'm going to talk about is the Cute AF. This is a color, this is the palette that I used a lot when I first got it, and then I just recently put away after I got my Give It To Me Straight palette. You could tell from the cover of this palette that I've loved it very well because it is so messy. This is, as you could see, a very warm tone palette. It has lots of orange and beige and that brown. This brown, I would say, again, is a little patchy. You need to work on it a little bit, but if you blend it out, take time and blend it out, it does show up very well. I love these two orange transition colors, and then this yellow. It looks very nice when you swatch it, but it's one of those matte that you have to build up very slowly and, you know, blend it. It does show up, but it's not so intense. They're very pigmented, buttery. This palette has a little bit less fallout than the other one, but it's beautiful. I think this one has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mattes and 2 shimmers, and then this gold and this orange gold is a little bit more not glittery, but a little bit more of a shimmer. The other ones are like satin. So this is a beautiful warm tone color. This is like almost like the Urban Decay's Naked Heat. Similar colors, they say. The oranges and the warm tones look like that, but you know, it's not the exact same. There are some similar colors. It's not exact same colors, but some similar color to the Give It To Me Straight palette. Maybe the oranges and the browns, but they're not exactly the same. But they are a little bit of similar when you put it with other shadows and blend it in your eyes. It might look similar. So if you had to pick between these two, unless you want this bright orange and yellows, I would say go with the Give It To Me straight palette, because this has like a lot more colors that you would enjoy. The last palette is the Kathleen Lies collaboration with CoulorPop. She's a big YouTuber, and this palette is gorgeous. Look at this. It has 2 pop of colors. This also has similar color to Give It To Me Straight, as if you could see. The bronze colors and the orange and the light white color are similar. They're not exactly the same, but they're similar. In the eyes, you might see, you know, very similarity because you're blending it in and then you are mixing it with other colors, so it might look the same. But this palette has, I love these 2 greens. They are beautiful pop of color. This brown is not as patchy as the other 2. This is beautiful. I would say the formula in this palette is much better than the other 2. But still, for the price point, as a palette from drugstore, I would say CoulorPop palettes are like one of the greatest palettes. So I would highly recommend them. These are very light. These, if you're fair skin, these will be great transitions for you. These are very light transition for me, so I usually go into the Give It To Me the Straight palette to get transition color. But as far as the shimmers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 shimmers. They are very vibrant and very pigmented, and they are gorgeous. They blend very well. This palette has very little fallout. I think the greens have a little bit more fallout than the other shades, but they are beautiful. They blend very well. I love this palette. I used it a lot. Between these 3 palettes, I've been going back and forth for like over 2-3 months now. I haven't touched my other palettes, so I'm gonna have to force myself to put it away so I could use my other palettes that I have. If you want a tutorial on full face using just CoulorPop, let me know. I'll be happy to do that. Other than that, I have all great things to say about these palettes. If you like the colors, I would say go get them all. But if you just want to pick one, I would highly recommend Give It To Me Straight palette. It's a gorgeous palette. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope this was helpful. I hope you subscribe if you haven't and join the family. Please like and share this video with your friends and family. And that's all for now, and I will see you in my next one. Have a great day. God bless.